Hello, Shamai, and welcome back to another episode of Road to Glory with Paris FC. And today is another episode where we really don't want to be where we are on the table. We're facing AC Ajaccio in what is unfortunately a relegation clash. We're both on 6 points at the bottom of the table, and we have an awful start to the season. Let's have a look how things have been going since the last episode, which was against Red Star, where we lost at 2-0. Disappointing defeat there. Then we drew 3-3 away to Half Athletic Club, which in hindsight wasn't the worst result. We were 2-0 up, which was really annoying to give that lead away. And then Shane Ferguson scored the 90th minute to equalise. I mean, the main thing we took out of that is we've actually scored 3 goals. And if you look, we're starting to score goals again. Then we lost 2-1 at home to Amiens SC. Again, we just didn't turn up. And as you can see, they can spot a new name, Jean-Charles Rigal, the 16-year-old who is now our starting striker. As you can see down below, 5 games he's played in Domino's League 2, 3 goals and an assist. He's just been an outstanding player. He's a breakthrough player, 16-year-old, and now he's our starting striker. As you can see here, we went 1-0 up at home to S.3, Jean-Charles Rigal scoring again, and we just collapsed. We conceded 2 goals, we just collapsed, and nothing from the game in the end. Then we drew 0-0 away to AG Angers. I mean, decent game. Jean-Charles Rigal had a poor performance. Away from home, 0-0 against Angers. I wasn't that, they're not that far above us, but any points to pick up away from home and a clean sheet, I was happy. Then we finally picked up our first win of the season. 4-2 against Stade Brestois at home. Bonyong we scored early on. Jean-Charles Rigal scored. We was 2-1, then 3-1, then 4-1, and then we conceded, and I was briefly kind of worried a little bit. But as you can see by the player ratings here, everybody performed. Jamie Sidey was brilliant. Connor Washington finally turned up in a game where he played behind the striker. That was the last game, and I would have played exactly the same team, but Jamie Sidey is suspended because of yellow cards. As I said, these players who are playing anchorman for me tend to always get suspended, and Jean-Baptiste Pierrazzi is injured. So here's the team for today. We have Thibaut in goals, Giraudon, Laporte and Yago across the back. Luke Murphy is playing that anchorman role today. Maybe we can put him, I think I'll put him on as a halfback so he's more comfortable. He's more like a sweeper kind of player than in front of the defence. Bonyongwe on the right. Gabriel Xavier is playing deeper. He can play this role, so I'm completely happy to play there. Caligari, who has been the standout performer this season, the consistent performer this season. Shane Ferguson on the left, who is finally starting to perform a little bit. Connor Washington, who was fantastic last game, is keeping his position just behind the striker as a shadow striker. Maybe gives a little bit more support up front. Maybe that's what I need. I was thinking about playing 2 strikers, but maybe this is what I need here. Have Connor Washington as a shadow striker, playing quite far forward to give Jean-Charles Rigal the support he needs. I mean, three starts, he's had 3 goals. So I'm hoping the 16-year-old can continue his rich vein of form. Connor Washington, last game we scored 4 goals. We've started to score goals. We're unbeaten in our last 2. Maybe now we can push on and really start our season, because the start we had was pretty pathetic. How many games? It took us 10 games to get our first win. Today is going to be tough because we're playing AC Ajaccio, who are a good team. How they're so far below, so far down in the table, I don't really know. They've got some really good players. In real life, they're a pretty good team as well. This is the first time for the season we've been favourites, I think. Sitting in 19th on the table after 10 games is not what I wanted. And what I wanted was a season where we were going to challenge for the playoff at the top. I mean, even the players said themselves. I said, oh, we should challenge for a mid-table finish, and they said, no, we should challenge for higher than that. So that's what the players think anyway. But obviously, I thought the business I'd done in the summer was good. I thought the players I brought in, some of the players I brought in have performed. Gabriel Xavier is playing really well. Julien Laporte is doing all right. Connor Washington did well last game. As you can see from the start of the game, it's not going too well. So I'm going to switch to standard. Hope that will make a difference. We're having a lot of possession according to this down here, but Not a single shot on goal yet from us. This game is speeding by pretty fast at the moment. 40 minutes in, we haven't had a single highlight. As we approach half-time, not a single highlight. We can still win this game. I do believe that. We've conceded a lot of goals in the second half. I mean, in terms of the games we've played, from what I can remember just off the top of my head, there hasn't been that many goals in the first half. Connor Washington's had an awful game behind the striker. Just as I sing his praises, he's playing terrible. Same as Jean-Charles Rigel. I really don't know what to change. I suppose I should bring Connor Washington off because he's playing poorly. And still no highlights. And Jean-Charles Rigel has been injured. And I have to take him off. Put Kamara on, who is a player who hasn't scored, maybe scored one or two. Luke Murphy is absolutely knackered out on the pitch. Here is the first highlight of the game in the 71st minute. Gabriel Xavier up to Kamara. Can we counter-attack? He's got men out to his left. Gives it to Connor Washington, to Caligari. Into Kamara. Oh, headed away. Caligari's there again. To Gabriel Xavier. To Murphy. To Caligari. Playing some lovely football to Xavier. To Kamara. To... Yes! Xavier scored! A screamer into the top corner. Gabriel Xavier. It's his first goal, apparently, for the club. He's had a lot of injury problems. Kamara loses the ball. Cisse puts a foot in and a left-footed strike right into the top corner from Gabriel Xavier. What a finish that is. Right, now we need to make some changes, I think. Gabriel Xavier's tired, but I want to keep him on. Luke Murphy's tired, but there's no one who can play. Right, we'll put Girardon there. We'll take Luke Murphy off for Hervé Lebohi. Who really isn't the best player to be coming on. He's really lacking ability lately. Last time I brought him on, he made a mistake and cost us a goal, so I could be ruining that. As we approach the last 5 minutes, they have a corner now. Ball played in. Cisse. Thibaut gets there. Strong catch from Thibaut there. That's what you want from the goalkeeper. They're still on the attack though. Ali up to Abrege to Noe, and he scored. Riyad Nuri. Oh no. See what I mean? After all that, the first goal comes in the 72nd minute, and now there's another one. Way too easy. What is Ferguson? I suppose he's a left midfielder, shouldn't really be there. Quality finish in the end for Nori. So many gaps at the back. Who is on that left side? It's Thiago, who should have been playing better. There's going to be another chance. If we concede now, I would be devastated. They're through on goal. Paulson Clement, and he scored from so far out. How is that squeezed in? Oh my word. Who's that tracking back? Hervé Lebohi drills it into the bottom right hand corner. And that's going to be the end of the game, I think. Walker, they're just passing it about now. The end of the game's coming, and we've lost 2-1. How, after going 1-0 up in the 70th minute at home, have we managed to lose the game to bottom of the table? We're now 5 points away from outside the relegation zone. Rigel's injured for 3 to 5 days. That's such a... I thought if we'd have even got a point, I'd been happy in that game. I'd been 3 games unbeaten. We now go into a run of fixtures, bottom of the table, after 11 games. What can I do? The players I've signed, apart from Gabriel Xavier, have not performed in the slightest anywhere near I wanted them to. All these players are key players in the team, and they're just not performing. This is going to be a tough season. Road to glory is in risk. I dare to say if we get relegated, we are definitely going to get sacked. I'm pretty sure of that. We've got a run of games now where we've just got to pick up points. I don't care how it is. Even if we FM other teams, we've got to pick up points. Oh, this is definitely worse than the form we were in at the start of last season. We were expected to finish mid-table as well this season. Disappointing start to the season, that's all I can say. Jean-Charles Rigel, the 16-year-old, is our best striker at the moment. Our attacking players just do not perform. By saying that, this season our defence has been awful. So at the moment, it's not looking good. I mean, you look at the negatives. It's really not looking good. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you want to see more, if you want to see if we can get out of this rut, get some more wins, please subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, please like. If you have any comments or tactics or anything you want to let me know, please leave a comment down below. I'll see you again.